Pickaxe.
Welcome, cast and crew, back to Nocturne, A Curse of Strahd Tale. My name is Ryan McManus, and I will be your director for one last time today. You can find me running the Cast Party socials at Cast Party D&D, or on my personals at Ryan.McManus, and I am joined today by my victorious cast and crew. We have May.
Oh my god, I'm first. I was joking about never getting used to it, and I never got used to it, guys. Hi, I'm May, or May LaFay, on the social media, internet places, and I play Zielle, who is here to slay in every meaning of the word. Hopefully just the nice one today as we wrap things up.
And back for his final intro. The longest bit I've ever done.
What number, Ryan? What number?
We have Jose.
Hello, everyone. Jose here. I had the honor and privilege of playing alongside some really awesome friends, performers, characters. I played Aliro, Alizzato, and Alizzato in this really awesome campaign. You can find me on all socials at DMJoseG, where we will all be crying about this for the next, I don't know, week, month, year. We'll see.
And so on, and so on.
And so on.
And finally, we have Anna.
Hi, I'm Anna, also known as Brizzy Voices on the internet. I've been playing Esmeralda, the non-playable character, and scheming with Ryan as like an assistant DM for the first like 4/5 of this campaign.
And I cannot thank you enough for that, because good God, my first Castle Ravenloft interaction would have been a nightmare without you. All right, y'all. I have one more poem for you to recap what happened last time. The heart beats no more. As the were-ravens departed, you descended the tower to find Rahadim gruesomely distorted. Ez took his magic rapier, and you all decided to gather Irina's corpse, but seeing slight bloody footprints where her body should be drove things even further off course. You dove back into a silent estate, spotting more boot prints leaving the chapel. Following the trail and opening the doors made you truly resent this asshole. The massacre of the Morning Lord's chapel, an event so hideous and frightful. Seeing what Strahd had done to his guests made our dearest Esmeralda stifle. Rudolph hung lifeless from the rope of the chapel bell. Not a single being drew breath after Strahd showed them hell. Following the boot prints to the throne, you saw the devil himself, waiting for you, cradling Irina's body, just as the cards were dealt. Strahd underwent a rage-fueled transformation, with spider-like veins of black, bearing sharp fangs and sunken eyes and razor claws to help him fight back. The onslaught commenced as Strahd tried to take control, but a quick counterspell from Ez showed us all how this battle would go. Strahd lost the upper hand immediately. No tricks or charm or spell could stop you. You all truly showcased what you had learned, until one swift claw caught you. A crit on Esmeralda dropped her in an instant, followed by a counterspell from Strahd to Dahlia to ensure he took Ez's existence. But with no legendary actions left, it was up to Zielle, our paladin. With two immense righteous divine swings, our villain found himself decapitated. The sun graced your faces as outside the mist began to rise, but the souls touched by Strahd would follow quickly in their stride. In the beam of light, we saw a being, the Morning Lord, come to guide Dahlia to the afterlife. But she had one final request before saying goodbye, hoping that Ez's teacher could soon, like the sun, arise. The Morning Lord took Dahlia's hand, taking her over to the stained glass, and with one arm around her, they were gone, finally able to rest at last. Our constellation of Melancholia now sits among the morning sky, not as a group of stars, but as a new moon over Orosa, a brand new watchful eye. And that is exactly where we pick back up. With the very last bit of Dahlia's essence fading within the sunlight, basking through the stained glass window, of Strahd's throne room in Castle Ravenloft. The sun now high in a bright blue sky, as the moons begin to fade in the early hours of the morning. But Dahlia's twice as small, but twice as bright, as the main moon over Avrosa sticks around the longest before morning finally comes. We have Irina, who is currently dead, draped over Strahd's throne, where a tyrant once sat. Now rests the one thing he could never truly conquer.
Ollie, you're better with magic than I am. Would you do the honors?
Alizzato still like staring off where Dahlia once was. He nods to you and, I never claimed to be a pro, but I'll see what I can do.
You didn't claim it, but you did prove it. I'll pass him the scroll of Revivify. And go with him. Walk over to the throne.
I guess as we walk over, there is a hesitancy, I guess, to walking this close to Irina and seeing her in this state after everything that we've been through and everything that happened to her as well. I guess in whatever form it sort of presents itself, Alizzato feels a certain vibrancy, I guess a rejuvenation when the sun touches his face. His leaves, they begin to glow a little brighter. It's almost like a plant that now has some water, essentially being able to breathe again. He takes a deep breath before he unfurls the scroll and begins to read off of the scroll of Revivify in the direction of Irina.
As Ollie starts, I, at the same time, want to cast like some quick prestidigitations to like clean up any dirt or rain that's like befallen her since we took her from that room.
I'll position myself so that when she opens her eyes, she can see me.
Zielle hovering over the throne, as Alizzato, by her head, begins to chant off the words of this scroll. After a quick magic glimmer from Esmeralda to clean up the blood, the rain, the sweat, the tears, everything that now used to stain her beautiful white wedding gown. Alizzato, what does this magic look like as far as bringing someone back from the brink?
There is a moment where when Alizzato begins to read the words, I would imagine that each one of these incantations, these very elaborately and delicately placed words, I would say begin to glow. But they glow a golden yellow, almost like as vibrant as the sun. But as it does, I like to think that in this space around us, it's almost as if nature itself is blossoming, allowing everything to catch a breath of fresh air. And as the scroll almost shakes in my hands as I'm trying to control it from being pushed away by this sudden gust of wind, I would think that from within the scroll, the very center of it begins to burn. And the letters, as they fade from the parchment, turn into these ethereal leaves that begin to rest slowly on the entire body of Irina. Before one by one, they cover her so she's almost disguised from it. And like a golden glow, when I finish and I say those last words, the scroll becomes dull, life drained from it. The winds and the feeling and the freshness in the air all direct towards Irina before the leaves almost seep into her body, giving her color, giving her a pulse, and allowing her to join us once again.
As that magic truly seeps into her, bringing her back from whatever lies next, not only is Irina brought back to life, rejuvenated once more, but it also feels like the castle itself has done the same. As that stained glass window bears open. That gust of wind flowing through, it almost seems like vines themselves are crawling through the window. Small little plants have bloomed from the inside. Vines begin to hang down from the ceiling as they too bear flowers. Only for Irina to gasp and shoot up in her current position to see Zielle silhouetted in sunlight.
It worked.
There's no...
It worked. And I'll hug her.
She falls into your shoulder and just tears immediately, though her eyes remain open as she begins to scan the room around you, seeing how vibrant and colorful it is, seeing the sunshine through the stained glass. I regret not trusting you. I'm sorry. You actually did it.
You can go home now.
I can go home now. You can go home now.
Zielle's gaze kind of flickers a little at that, but she recovers and says, yeah. Yeah. The sun is here.
Never once did I think I would see the day when the sun graced Barovia. I sure didn't in any other lifetime that I had lived, that I can remember. Apparently I did once, and it feels almost nostalgic feeling it again, but I know for a fact that this skin right here, she holds up her hand, still wrapped around you, Zielle, has never felt such beauty before. And it's thanks to every single one of you. What happened to the wedding? What happened to Strahd? His body's not here. Not that it particularly matters.
Gone. You'll never have to see it again. No one will. In his anger, Strahd did kill some people. Their wedding guests. The wedding guests, and I'll look to Esmeralda as if I'm remembering that we had a friend down there, too.
I figured that this day would come with blood loss. I just wasn't sure which side.
Both. It's always both.
It's just another drop in the bucket for Strahd's kills, but knowing that this valley can go forward, I don't know what's going to happen. Where do we go from here? No life has known a single breath without Strahd breathing down their neck.
Into the light, I suppose.
We get to learn how life should be.
I might need some insight from the two of you.
Well, you can come visit Avrosa. Or wherever I am.
I feel a vacation from the valley might not be a bad idea. Maybe in a bit.
Yeah.
My decision was made for my people here in Barovia. Though I didn't hold much status. The village of Barovia does need me. Maybe I'll pop back there for a bit.
Yeah, we'll head back through Vallaki and towards Barovia and onwards, I suppose.
That is back from where you came, right? Maybe I could walk you to the edge of the valley. If you're leaving. Even though I don't want you to.
I'll come back. I think a vacation is the right word. We have to help, or try to help someone downstairs, but I don't want you don't need to come into the chapel. We've got it. There's a tree.
There's plenty.
There's a tree with a house in it out front. If you just want to wait near there, maybe.
How about I just wait outside the front gate, and you can direct me from there when you're done.
Okay, that's fine. Give us a minute.
I'll be right here. Take your time. If you catch me lying in the courtyard, laying in the sun,
That's what it's for.
As back down on the first floor, Irina walks out the double doors, feeling that morning breeze come through as those doors are pushed open. Just like the throne room, it's almost like a breath of fresh air wisped its way through the castle. That old musty scent picked up with the dust as the breeze flows through the halls. As you guys walk down the hall leading to the chapel, you are flanked on either side by a dozen statues of the devil himself, all donning different sets of armor that he would wear throughout his conquerings of not only Barovia, but the lands before. A display piece of his tyrant behavior, his power, and his never-ending pursuit for something that he could never truly grasp. But you get to the end of the hall, and you open those double doors back into the chapel. And similarly to the throne room, Strahd had thrown a pew out the stained glass window at the back of the chapel. And in doing so, you can see that these vines have crawled their way through that stained glass as they hug and grasp the stone walls at the end of the chapel. And it is a much less gruesome sight walking in now. The corpses still lie beneath, but now covered in a large bed of moss. However, Rudolph sits upright against the far wall, clutching a leaf that Alizzato left him as he clenches his head before he sees the doors open. And he quickly rises to his feet, and with that opposite hand draws his rapier, pointed, ready to make another stand before realization hits, and he drops the sword. And he looks straight at you, Esmeralda.
And she's just nodding.
You can see tears well in his eyes immediately before just arms wide open and begins to walk down the dais steps. I can't believe you did this without me.
I know, and I wasn't even awake to see it.
So you can't even recall.
He knocked me out! And then they beheaded him and then woke me up, and I missed it.
As Rudolph embraces you, we're going to talk about this in your next training. What do you mean he knocked you out?
I did not think you would hit that hard with just his claws.
He pulls you away and looks at you in the eyes. He cocks his head with a sly smirk. It's okay. My old age is getting the best of me. I couldn't even beat him in a 1v1. You made it farther than I did.
Well, maybe we need to teach you some things about 1v1s.
On our next training. I'm proud of you, Esmeralda.
What are you training for now?
I mean, the world is not without evil now.
Oh.
It's just without the big douchebag, but there's still plenty of monsters out there.
Right, you two can just travel further now.
Yeah?
That's at least my plan. Esmeralda, if you plan to come with me, I don't know if your new allegiance here lies within your friends, but...
Oh, these guys, I've known them for like a week.
Hey!
I would miss you if you left, that's all.
Alizzato just kind of like nods. Well, she's got a point.
We didn't leave you asleep.
We woke you up.
No, maybe someday, if they come to visit. I would like to experience Barovia in the sunlight for a while first and clear out whatever monsters do remain. And then maybe go see Zielle's home.
If any, I'm so curious the state of this valley after everyone finds out that the devil is gone. Does that mean more monsters are going to take advantage of the opening, or does that mean everyone is going to flee knowing that the Sunbringers are here? And for that, I'm excited to find out.
So am I.
I trust you two will be able to take care of anything that remains.
But until then, you all have a victory to celebrate.
Celebrate.
Is there anything left in the castle that you wish to take care of, or should we get the hells out of here?
You know, there was a very suspicious fireplace upstairs.
Oh, yes.
What happens to all of his vampire spawn that were not here?
I believe now that the quote-unquote host is gone, either their control over themselves is going to break, or they're going to burn away in the sun.
The sun!
Hopefully both. Even if they do find shelter somewhere, it won't be for long. Sure, they can wander out in the middle of the night, but as their numbers dwindle and their power from Strahd wanes, I can't imagine there'll be any threat to anyone.
Oh, we can pick off the last of them.
Easily. I do need a few more fangs.
And those that reincarnated, are they safe?
Safe, yes. If Strahd was the reason behind the reincarnation, a cycle of never-ending life and death, basically a bubble, is what he trapped Barovia in. Those who found themselves dead, their souls would rise to the top, encounter the mists, only to float back down until a new host was found. Now that that bubble has been popped, I feel anyone who perishes is just as mortal as the rest of us.
Okay.
One last lifetime for those who remain in Barovia. Though for how long, I'm uncertain.
It's good. At least they get to enjoy the life they have now.
Where should we celebrate?
Vallaki seems like the main choice.
They do love us there.
But then the Blue Water Inn has to be open, and there'll be so many
Alizzato's
people.
home, and we can celebrate with everyone we know.
Alizzato, Esmeralda can tell you I am one hells of a barkeep.
Ooh,
Oh, wonderful.
a hidden talent.
You all enjoy yourselves. Not that I run the establishment, but drinks are on me for the night. Regardless if they're free or not. We'll find out.
I think drinks are on everyone, is what we learned last time.
I can't imagine you guys will go anywhere without having your pockets be forced back in. No gold will be spent among you for quite a while, as long as you reside in Vallaki, Brezg, Barovia, and the like.
Will people even believe that it was us?
Those in Vallaki might.
They should. And if not, we'll ensure that they know it was us.
We did show them the sun. Preview of the sun in Vallaki, so.
I wish we had proof. Why did he turn into dust?
I mean, we're called the Sunbringers. Or they call us the Sunbringers. Personally, I don't know. If no one calls me out, I'm not going to tell them I did it.
I'm gonna go into the hallway and cast a bunch of magic missiles at the neck of one of these statues.
Oh,
Trying to just get a statue head.
Slowly ping it down until it's free, okay.
how many spell slots you got left?
Enough.
Well, if a low profile is what you're looking for, we can ensure that happens. I do recall your mention of the Sunbringers, but again, with no real proof, I guess that's up to you. If you just want to bask in your victory and anonymity, I won't say a word.
Whatever happens, happens.
Calling Esmeralda's lead, I'm gonna cast Conjure Animals. I'm just going to make it all kinds of wolves and birds and all kinds of sort of animals of this land, at least, to roam through the entire castle, shatter every window, break every standing statue, open every single door, and just have this place be rid of this stagnant sort of feel.
Stale air.
It belongs to nature.
It belongs to nature, yes.
Nature is healing. Wait. Save me one. I want to Eldritch Blast one of them.
There's a giraffe that I kind of like, whoa, steady.
Giraffe? What is that thing? What is that
I saw it once in a dream.
I guess we saw a dinosaur like earlier today. So
Exactly.
that's
It is not out of the realm of possibility.
okay, no more of those. No more of those.
as you all find yourselves in the main entryway, you have remnants of Strahd's castle, statue head. His armor clangs to the floor as the animals stampede through. And like you opened your house on the first nice day of spring, you opened up all the windows, you can feel that cross breeze from every corner, wisping through, getting rid of all the stale air as leaves begin to flow in one by one and decorate the castle floor.
Is Irina waiting for us, or did she start making her way through the opening to the castle?
She is currently outside in the courtyard where all of the carriages reside and just taking in the sun until you guys are ready to depart.
All right, Irina, you want to come to Vallaki with us? Or are you going straight to Barovia?
I'll backtrack, especially if Zielle doesn't mind tagging along. I would love to come celebrate with you all.
We'll go back the way we came so we can see what it's all like now.
And you have to see our ride. It's incredible.
Oh.
I was wondering which of these carriages were out here.
None of these.
No.
I'll be honest, this one scared me quite a bit as she points over to Esmeralda's carriage that Rudolph had taken.
Oh, don't touch that one.
On top of the carriage, you spot a large saber-toothed tiger, no plate armor, belly up and just rolling in the sun.
Oh, thank God he's okay.
On top of Esmeralda's carriage. I assumed he was with you. He seems friendly.
To some people.
She's fine. We love Ramses.
We do. Ramsey's coming with us, right?
Of course.
Okay, great. I'm pretty sure I parked here somewhere. And Alizato's just kind of like fairly looking around where he parked his house.
No, it's down that way. We parked over there.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was over there.
It's a beeper.
In the distance, you hear, caw.
I'm going to ride with Rudolph in my wagon on the way back so I can tell him the full play-by-play.
You may ride back with me, but I do want you to socialize and have fun and celebrate your victory in Vallaki.
That is exactly what we're going to.
I know, but you deserve it. And you deserve some rest. I will bartend for the night, but then I will meet you back at the tower whenever you decide you're ready to depart your friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Hop in. Irina, Zielle, and Alizzato. It's only a couple-minute walk out into the forest. You can spot Ari's leaves towering over a couple other branches of some nearby dead forest trees, and you're able to climb your way in. I'm not even going to ask how you acquired a tree.
Are you sure? It's really quite a fascinating story of bravery and death and all things foul.
Listen, if you would like to tell me, please. I just assume that something terrible came with the price, so...
Very well, then take a seat right here. We shall be in Vallaki soon. It all started when we were...
As Alizzato's story trails off, Irina parked, interested as ever in what you all have been up to in the meantime since she last saw you. You guys begin to make your way to Vallaki. And along the way, it's as if you are traveling through an entirely different world. The grass is bathed in a beautiful green. The forests around you are alive as you spot birds in the sky, finding new homes among the trees. Not just crows this time around. As you can see, the trees almost blossom and bloom in real time. And a couple hours down the way, you pass Tanis's windmill as the blades turn once more in the morning breeze. And after some time, you come to the gates of Vallaki, and you spot something that you feel has been missing just as long as the sun. Smiles and happiness. Villagers are outside, eyes closed, head tilted to the sky, breathing deeply as they take in the fresh morning air as the sun graces their skin. The children from the orphanage are out in the front yard, frolicking around in the grass, playing with one another. The citizens are conversing in the streets, crying in others' arms. pure joy strikes their faces, even if they are filled with tears, while others lay themselves out in the grass or even the streets themselves, just to try to take it all in.
Are we taking Ari back to your place, Alizzato?
Yes. Actually, you know what? No. We are gonna pull up to the square of Valaki
That feels like
in
proof.
the house. Yeah. And I want it to be that thing where, like, you know, we're very careful, but it is this massive, you know, walking house that will then
It's slow. It goes slow.
Yeah. park itself in the very entrance. I'd like to think, actually, you know what? I'll say that the one thing it will do, just more for Alizzato, is the stage where he was hung, the stage where we met and we gathered and I forced you all to smile. Very deliberate. He parks the house on top of that stage, I would say, like shattering and splintering it on the way.
As the tree comes towering down on top of this wood, it shatters, splinters below Ari. And as you all exit the tree, it is very hard for you to go unnoticed, having driven a tree inside the city walls. But people don't take note of you for the tree. They take note of you for you. Sunbringers. Even if they are bloodied and broken, a crowd slowly begins to form around the tree, around the what was once a stage where horrible atrocities occurred. Now sits the symbol of life. The crowd begins to fill with slow murmurings as more and more come to the center square and encircle the tree, until it slowly grows into an applause of claps and cheers and chants as joy and laughter surround you everywhere you go from the ever grateful citizens of this once God's forsaken valley.
I smashed the front door open and just very much present us and Irina this vibrant smile.
The crowd erupts with this display.
Wow, Theren would be proud.
You've heard it right, folks. Legend has come to pass, and the days before you are now yours. But fear the days to come, as Zielle, with her might strike you down if you misbehave. And I'm pointing to all the children.
No.
A very happy and boastful, just joyous laugh coming from Alizzato as he's just enjoying in the actual laughter that comes now from this place rather than the forceful one. Whoever would like to gather and rejoice upon the devil's undertaking, we will be having, and in all good faith, a celebration at the Blue Water Inn.
Immediate cheers, applause. You hear people begging for first rounds on me. People just want to get first in line to commemorate your victory, to celebrate alongside the Sunbringers, to show their gratitude for each and every one of you.
Unless pulled otherwise by like Alizzato or Esmeralda, I'll probably kind of let the crowd just take me. Like I'm happy. Like it's definitely like a reserved joy, but like I want to answer any questions, or if like I want to like say Dahlia's name and Theren and Tanis and where we came from, and that they can go there now too. And she's just kind of gonna let the flow take her.
As you almost begin to make your rounds throughout the crowd, you have the elderly coming up and grasping your hand in theirs, praising you for one final moment of sunshine. You have little children coming up and hugging upon your leg. You have others handing over small flowers that they just gathered quickly from their gardens, little dandelions and the like. Nothing extravagant, just what they could get their hands on super quickly. As you walk and you preach the name of the Sunbringers, you preach your uprising. You tell of those that passed and those that remain.
In that same beat, Alizzato, it's almost like watching Zielle get this feeling of, at least from his eyes, a very resilient person that essentially, almost like a fairy tale, has stepped into this world and has overcome through so much and is now not necessarily for the praise, but is getting this recognition, like her skills and her sacrifice, the tears that she has shed are all sort of being acknowledged in this moment. And then Alizzato will take 3 leaves, 4 actually, one for Tanis, Theren, Enzo, and Dahlia. And he will take the soot on his face and he will rub it on each one of the leaves before feeling that breeze and just letting them go and watching the 4 leaves almost like dance above Zielle before the wind sweeps them over the buildings and out into the horizon.
Truly taking your time to give everyone the attention that wants it, telling your story, and ensuring that for once everything is okay. Before we skip inside to the Blue Water Inn, we see Rudolph behind the bar. He is currently twisting bottles and juggling them before serving patrons.
Is he Rictavio or Rudolph right now?
I guess he would be technically Rictavio because he went in Rictavio disguise to the wedding and has not changed. So it is just extra extravagant in his display, especially seeing his getup.
Okay.
Tanis would hate this.
Esmeralda, Alizzato, Zielle, and Irina still in her wedding dress.
Oh no!
Sat at their corner
I can get her
table.
clothes from upstairs. I got a room upstairs. I got extra clothes. I can get her something to change it to.
We find Irina a change of clothes quick as we come back to our table in the corner. And not an inch of square surface of this table is without beverage or food or some sort of platter. It is filled to the brim for you all to take your pick, and it seems there are still more to come.
In the most jovial of ways, but still very sad, Alizzato just begins to drink. But it is not the way of drinking that he's done in the past. It is drinking with a I guess drinking with a purpose to sort of celebrate and to enjoy.
Cheers to that, brother. Zielle clinks her glass and takes a sad drink.
I'll just turn to like random patrons and I'll go, and she glowed just like the moon, she did. And his chains as fire, burning red, could singe your skin right off the bone. And no door was safe from the foot of Theren the Great.
And his heart just exploded.
Everywhere.
You don't know the blood we saw that day.
Actually, I think there's still some of it here.
Everyone looks around to each other in awe, just as you all recount your story within Castle Ravenloft to each other. It is as if you are trying to have this private conversation with an entire tavern packed filled with people eavesdropping, even if they are making it very, very obvious.
And she never called us friends directly, but that Esmeralda is probably one of the best friends we've ever had. You can go to her. She would be open to allowing you into her personal space. Make sure to ask her many questions and overwhelm her. She is very fond of that.
I like Alizzato turned around talking to them and Esmeralda's just on the other side of it.
Yeah. Very much so.
Okay, so amidst all this then, try to have a conversation, I guess. In between praise and questions. Well, Esmeralda and Rictavio have things to do after some respite. I don't know if I ever asked you, Alizzato, what do you want me to do?
Alizzato like holding a half-empty tankard.
I'll pass you a full one.
Oh. He overflows the one with whatever was left on the other.
And cheers you.
Cheers and immediately drinks. Drink getting all over his beard.
Imagine drinking for joy. What a concept.
New to me. I don't know. My mother used to tell me that the land cried for help across the multiverse. When I chose to come here, it was because the sound was unbearable. The land cried out in such a way. It was my duty, my rite of passage, some would say, to instill upon a change to the best of my abilities to see the sunrise. But little did I know it would take hundreds of years for me to do that. Well, not even me, just all of us. So I don't know. I don't know any other place other than Valaki. My life has been shaped around this place. This land is clung to me in such a way. I'm bound to it. So I don't know.
You mean, like, physically still, or just emotionally?
He kind of like looks off to the distance. Both, I think. Seeing the sun shine upon all of those withered leaves was a sight one would only read in fairy tales and books. Memories and dreams would only hold such visions, but seeing it was almost as if my life, this life, was fulfilled.
Do you think you might go, I don't know, say hello to the were ravens and spend more time with them?
Well, oh man. You know,
They were really useful in that fight. Like, I was not expecting that.
you know,
I think you guys had something. There was like a little, like, I know we were like all busy, but like there was, she kept looking over you is all I'm saying, so.
Mira was definitely a sight to behold. But if we're being honest, Zielle, and Alizzato kind of like frantically looks around, I've never been with a woman. So, for me to engage in such, well, interesting dances as such with such a fine and incredible woman such as her, well, that would be not only a gift, but it would be incredibly intimidating.
Honestly, I think at this point, we're too close for me to help you. But if you want to go to the Temple of Suni in Ambrosa, they do have classes and like mentors and things. They just, it's I think you just have to experience it. That sounds crazy for someone who just told me what they told me, but they just I don't know, they're very open to talking about things. And you know,
Yeah.
there's also some festivals that are centered around making connections and stuff like that, so I don't know why I'm vouching for Suni still. I mean, I'm not vouching for Suni, but I just, maybe that's an option for you now. There's ways to experience things now.
Okay. I'm not discounting it whatsoever.
If you want. You also
Oh, no. I would like to. I'm just saying that it would definitely be a new journey. As much as taking down Strahd was a exhilarating thing, nothing quakes the bones more than the thought of missing an opportunity with such beauty.
Well, I'm glad your heart can race in just a good way now. It might feel the same. The anxiety will maybe feel like you're gonna die when you're trying to talk to her, but it's not the same, I promise.
Oh, all right. That's reassuring.
Besides, you're really strong and really, you have a beard and, you can transform into all these cool things like were-ravens, so I don't know, like, what is there to... You're gonna be fine.
You've noticed so much about me, Sia.
He's drunk.
My heart.
And it's gonna be hard to be covered in mud when everything's covered by grass now, so it's not just... It's just, you're probably just gonna be cleaner. If you want, unless you don't want.
Well, to be clean would be a welcome sight for sure. A welcome scent for many. Oh, you think Mira would like if I was not stinky? That's a silly question. I should be my stinkiest when I go meet her.
You know, as a person who turns into animals, I can't say that that's wrong. You might be onto something. I think you should do what makes you feel good. And if that's being stinky, then do that.
Alizzato will just kind of smile with water, like, you know, his eyes watering. And he's just going to give Zielle the biggest hug.
Yeah, I give that. Do you want to take a shot?
I'm already drinking.
Okay.
There are about half a dozen people who say, "Did someone say shot?" As a few hands reach into your inner circle.
Sunbringers
They
shot!
begin handing out shots, double fisting to anyone who will take it, just hoping that they can cheers with the Sunbringers.
This one's for Dahlia. Take a second shot.
In the midst of all the shouting and screaming, I'll sort of pull away from Zielle, and then I'll just kind of go and you will return home, right?
Home's an interesting word.
Well, you know, there is plenty of room here in Vallaki. My home has many a room for you to be able to reside in if you wish. And I don't know, perhaps the church can take you and you can sleep there. The Blue Water Inn, we can probably give you one of the rooms. I know somebody who runs the place now, so there's plenty of places here should you want to stay. You could probably room with Esmeralda at her tower. Right, Esmeralda?
Huh? Oh. Yeah, sure, of course. I mostly sleep in the wagon, but sure.
You can stay here as long as you wanted to, if that's what you wanted to do.
There's also I believe Argenvost is probably vacant right now. I'm sure we won't be lacking in gold to fix it up.
Oh.
I'm assuming none of us. I think we should let nature take the castle, but maybe Argenvost.
Zielle, keeper of Argenvost. It's got a ring.
I appreciate it. I just don't think I can find home here. I don't even know if I get to stay now or if I have to go or
Do you have to get married?
I don't know. I guess the deal wasn't that specific. I haven't heard him or felt him since we killed Strahd, but I assume I'll be collected at some point, but if not...
Collected?
I don't like this.
Well, he's from a different plane. I don't know. What do you want me to call it?
He's going to take you away from this plane?
I made a deal.
It can't be a long distance marriage?
Right?
Maybe it can. I don't know.
Or he can come here. Why do you have to move?
Alizzato's just behind Esmeralda, like, she's got a point.
I don't know exactly as much dealings as we've had with gods, which is more than I would like, and I'm saying that as the one who was sworn to one when we came here and is now sworn to another. But I maybe I can stay, but if I do, I think first thing I'll go find Baron and make sure that he got back all right. And then if I have some more time, maybe I'll just, I don't know, go help people. But like in a much smaller way. I don't know. But I'll get Irina home and then just one step at a time after that. Cheers.
Kind of a slow, reluctant, but welcome cheers.
A more sad cheers than the other ones.
It's like a vacation, like Irina said. And then we'll figure out the home part later.
Are you going to try to commune with him tonight? Or are you just going to wait for him to reach out?
Yes, that. I don't chase, I attract. Or repel, if that's better. I don't know.
I just don't like the idea that he could just show up and pluck you away, and we wouldn't have any warning.
Esmeralda, if there's a wedding, you will be there.
I better!
I promise. I'll pinky promise.
Pinky promise.
Alizzato.
This applies to you too, Kate.
Well, I assumed I would be the ring bearer, so that works with me.
Did you say ring bear?
Like as a bear?
Simple. Ring bearer.
And you will be.
Right.
It's kind of a given. I knew that I was already going to be there if there is such a wedding. Which, look, outside of this conversation and these walls, that marriage is already kind of an interesting dilemma that you are going to find yourself in. So if you need us to take down another god, hey, we got the moon on our side, so we'll be able to do it this time a little bit more thoroughly. So, fuck you, Cade!
Alizzato, you can't just say that! Stop it!
Instantly grabs the tankard and just downs another drink.
I grab the tankard away from you. Listen, you'll all be there. Anything important that happens, marriage or the next god I fight or whatever, I will be in contact. And I'll slowly hand the tankard back to Alizzato.
Takes it like a happy drunk and continues drinking from it. I think it's more of a moment of an eternal feeling where it's like this night just feels that it can go on forever. It feels almost as if there is no sun up above and we don't notice when the night comes and we don't know when the sun shines again. It's just kind of, as long as we're in this moment, all just living and retelling stories, and every now and then when the night comes, looking outside for the moon and things like that. Like, it's all about this moment that then I think naturally just kind of fizzles out.
Maybe we don't say goodbye. Maybe we just say goodnight.
Ooh. Alizzato will just kind of stumble towards Esmeralda and Zielle after a while. Like, barely standing, bows to the both of them. And he has an empty tankard that he's holding upside down. I have to get some much needed sleep. My body cannot take any more, and I feel that my insides would much appreciate a rest. I also would like to look upon her one last time before bed.
Outside? What?
Yeah. Dahlia's always there now.
Like, you want to go look alone or with us?
Oh, no, you can all come. Actually, if all of us came, but I don't know what you all would like to do of the night. I'm not closing this up. This is a tomorrow problem.
I just want to go and say goodnight and say goodnight to Dahlia and let's go. And I'm wandering outside.
I have both of them like linked in one arm, like, okay, come on.
Having partied all the way through the day, leading up to your first sunset, hoping that the sun will rise once more. But as night comes again, you are greeted by the bright moons over Avrosa. As Dahlia looks down upon you and shines her light over Vallaki. As you take in the crisp night air, standing outside the Blue Water Inn.
I know I've only known you guys for like a week, but that was really cool and really impressive what you guys did. I can't believe you did it while I was unconscious, but I'm really proud of you and really honored that I got to be part of it, and it was also really fun, and it's only been a week, but I do think you're my friends and I love you guys. I'm going to hug you guys.
Alizzato's going to lean to Esmeralda, thinking he's leaning into Zielle, and he's just gonna go, she said it.
I'm like, you know, when you like don't want to like scare an animal so you don't move, like that's me. That's like, I let her hug me. I'm like, we are friends.
And if you don't invite me to your wedding, I'm going to track you down and fucking kill you.
Esmeralda, you're in the wedding party. The rest of my friends are dead.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We fought the devil together. We killed the devil together.
And I will fight your god husband if I have to.
Oh my gosh, you guys need to... I love you guys. You're so protective don't.
I can punch the shit out of Cade. Just
Okay.
watch me.
All right, yeah, Theren said that too.
I had so many spell slots left at the end of that fight.
Oh my, okay.
Same.
I could take a god.
Dahlia, are you hearing this shit?
And what, he's god of grief or whatever? We'll just make him cry.
I respect it, and I believe you guys will fight a god one day. I love you, and I love you, and I love you. And I look up at the moon for the last one. We love you.
Do we love you? She points up at the moon.
I think I'm just howling at the moon. Dahlia, can you hear us?
Fully polymorph into a wolf and howl along with them.
I'm sleepy. We did not sleep last night. We just party, and I'm going to go to sleep.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. I'll yell at the moon.
As Zielle's voice echoes across the quiet streets of Vallaki, with one last good night, not only to the party, to the citizens, to Vallaki, to Barovia, and all the way up to the moon. That is where we will leave Barovia, as we are going to see what the party's been up to in the meantime. Dahlia. Basking in the sunlight coming through the stained glass window, your body begins to fade. As the last particle of your being can be felt leaving this mortal plane, the sunlight shifts into darkness once more. But the Morning Lord's hand is still intertwined with yours. As one by one around you, stars begin to illuminate. Around this endless void, almost like spotlights before a show. Constellations begin dotting this dark void around you, those of which you associated with each of your friends. One by one, and finally, a few stars sit in a line that leads straight to you. The constellation of the Rope. The one you asked to look after you as you looked up into the Barovian sky one last time, hoping for something to keep an eye on you and your friends on that fateful night. And you can feel the grip of the Morning Lord's hand fade as well, slowly, as if he had been the one to guide you to this very moment, just like he promised he would do so back at the beacon at Arkenbust Holt. And gazing around, the light from the stars begins to illuminate a bed in which you sit upon, bigger than any you've seen before, as the softest sheets brush against your now vibrant, no longer ghostly pale skin. And as you look down to run your fingers across the fabrics, your hair falls forward, lush and healthy, until your eyeline follows that sheet across the bed as it starts to meld with a being sitting on the opposite end. A large, hooded figure donning a robe with small stars sitting underneath the hood where the face would be. As in one swift motion, their hand comes up and waves forward as they slide a book across the bed, gliding along the sheets with near perfect precision. It spins until it stops right before you, with the title facing you.
Dahlia is taking everything in, knowing that this is it. This is the place that she's been avoiding for almost half of a century and has now finally found herself in. She is going to take in the figure and almost as like a muscle memory that's being reactivated for the first time in a very long time, would like try to study the stars that she sees and try to name them and place them. And if she sees any that are unfamiliar, like that of the hooded figure, she will just try to burn them into her memory. And she'll look down to the book. Do I get to pick what it looks like?
Absolutely.
Yay! Okay. The book is a very thin book. The binding on either side is as thick as the pages. It is a book of very, very few pages. Silver that has embroidery on it, like the cover is embroidered with a constellation that spells Dahlia's name. It spells out her name in a couple other groupings of stars are on the front page. I think she'll run her hand over it, maybe trace her fingers over the letters and think to herself how warm her hand feels as she makes contact with the sheets and with the lettering and the embroidery on the book. And she will crack it open.
One thing to note before you crack the book, as you begin to run your fingers across the cover, as they glide over the lettering, go over your name, and one by one, other groupings of constellations begin to light up on the front of this book underneath your name. Ultimately reading Dahlia, the Celestial Lantern.
I think that appears. She just reflects on how much warmth she must have brought people to earn that name, or how much light she must have provided, and wonder if it was enough, and conclude that it was, before she turns the book on its side and opens the binding to the first page.
Opening this book, Dahlia, you find not words, but pictures. These are portraits depicting you, your major life events, all drawn in intricacy. And I would love for you to describe what you see. Please lead us up to the very end.
The first page of Dahlia's book shows a tall woman with black hair cascading down past her waist in a white robe, with a sharp nose that looks just like Dahlia's, looking up to the sky, with her hand on the shoulder of a child. No more than 6, this younger version of Dahlia looks alive and warm and overjoyed to be standing beneath a beautiful night sky with her mother. Her smile creases against her eyes as her mother points up to the sky with 2 fingers extended, and Dahlia looks to where her mother is pointing with awe. The night sky is a tapestry of color and shapes and stars. This is a picture of the beginning of Dahlia's training with her family to become a cleric of the constellations. The sky is bright and clear, and every shred of light cascading down from the heavens above is magical as it reaches down to where Dahlia and her mother stand. There are nebulas and galaxies that shift in color as they move and breathe, the picture coming to life. This is a memory that was lost to Dahlia. As Dahlia is looking at this picture on this page, she is remembering for the first time in a very long time her mother and her family with clarity. She can see them, she can hear her mother's laughter, she can smell the incense in the halls at the top of the mountain where they studied and grew up. This is the first time since she has been in Barovia that Dahlia remembers where she came from. Looking to the next picture, on the second page of Dahlia's book, it's under that same glowing and glistening night sky. Dahlia is older now, with her mother sitting in a chair next to her. Her mother is weathered, folded with wrinkles earned by years of love and hard work. Age marks on her face are very clearly in constellation patterns. Her once dark, thick hair now frames a frail figure with white and gray. Dahlia, now, after everything she has endured, after everything Barovia put her through, now looks just like her mother the last time she saw her. Although a husk of her former self, you had seen on the page previously her mother still looking at Dahlia with as much joy and awe as reflects on Dahlia's face as she gazes up to the stars. Turning the page quietly, Dahlia stands before an open road, framed by 4 figures. 2 matching Dahlia in size and stature, one smaller and more stout, and the 4th hulking over all 3 of them. Morty, Elle, Nori, and Rowan walk in stride with Dahlia as they begin a journey they didn't know would be their last. Dahlia remembers her mother introducing her to Mordenkainen, the wise wizard who led her through her first adventure, seeing Elle for the first time in the guild hall while looking for directions and a blush glowing across her face, seeing Rowan for the first time in a fighting pit, who was one of Elle's best friends and soon to be Dahlia's, seeing Nori hold back water to save a section of the village that Elle, Rowan, and Dahlia had been living in for some time. The 4 of them sitting down together at a tavern and learning of a faraway place that needed people who cared to help. And they had always been the people who cared. Just as quickly as all of those pleasant memories come back to Dahlia, they're followed by horror. Rowan being turned into a monstrosity and attacking the group with savagery before Morty finally had to put him down to save the rest of them. Elle, Dahlia's first love, throwing herself, injured and bleeding at the feet of hungry wolves so that the rest of the party could escape. Morty had to carry her from the scene, and Dahlia suddenly remembers the feeling of dirt underneath her nails as she dug her hands into the ground trying to claw her way back to Elle. Nori, strong, brave, valiant Nori, being torn apart by vampire spawn sent by Strahd, and the sickening feeling knowing that she was one of only 2 survivors. Finally, the memory of losing sight of Morty during the first battle at the gates of Ravenloft is the last memory that comes to Dahlia. Feeling the sinking in her gut, the next page, an image grotesque and too familiar, is of a dead Dahlia, crumpled on the floor of a cell. There is nothing behind her eyes as they lay open and empty, staring at the ceiling before she gasps for air, startling up, alive. She doesn't need the memories to come back to remember the torture and experimentations Strahd put her through, trying to understand how and why she had survived, how he could utilize that power. The last page of the book, the last image, drawn with brighter colors, the ink or paint fresher than the others, is a first-person perspective. Looking at the page, Dahlia sees her own hand up in the foreground of the picture, waving to her friends who stand across the crumpled cobblestone floor of Count von Zarovich's castle. They look at her with grief and pain, but more than anything else, love. You feel the glow of the sun in the picture, cascading through the stained glass, spilling colors all over the floor. Looking at the picture, Dahlia realizes this image before her is the last thing she ever saw. And an overwhelming feeling of gratitude consumes her, shooting through her chest with a heavy gentleness. The last look she was ever given was a look of love. She allows her heart to ache. She allows her gut to turn and her chest to tighten as she slowly closes the book and tries to lock the memory into her mind. She will look up at the figure, book still clutched in between her hands, clasped together like she were praying. I can only hope they have such fond memories of me now that I'm gone.
You can see this being across from you, Dahlia, nods up and down, slowly in approval, before they lift up their hand and wave it in the air, as if there was more. And you could tell that last portrait was indeed the last thing you saw, but there were still pages beyond that.
Dahlia will open the book.
As you pass through that last portrait, there's a side-by-side. On the left, you see the portrait of the moon of Avrosa, along with that second moon shining bright in the sky. Is that the sun sets off in the distance. The city of Avrosa, silhouetted in a beautiful glowing orange, with you shining bright. And you can tell, Dahlia, this is a visage of you. And on the right, Dahlia, is a page that simply reads, "What could have been." It is your choice, just like Tanis, just like Theren, if you would like to proceed.
Dahlia begins to fold the edge of the page like she's going to turn it. And she'll look up at the figure. You have no idea how much I want to read this. I would give that up if you would grant me one last favor.
You can see a slight head tilt out of curiosity from the being.
My friend is trapped. She is engaged. And I don't want her to be. She doesn't want to be. I would give anything to know what I could have been if none of this had happened. But I would forego it if you could help her.
Dahlia, among the star-filled void, a slight bead of red can be seen, floating in the distance. As you are overcome with the emotion of disappointment, that someone is disappointing you in this moment.
Oh.
As the being sadly shakes their head no.
I'm gonna look at the red I see in the sky. You are just a man. Just like he was. Mind your place with her. I'll look back to the being. Thank you for indulging me. I understand there are things that cannot be.
A few stars light up underneath the hood as they do a soft head tilt down towards you, almost to apologize.
I will close the book. And she's really holding it tightly. Do I get to keep it?
They slowly nod, yes.
Oh, thank you. I think I'm ready.
And with that, clutching the book tight, the stars around you begin to go out. One by one, as the bed slowly dims. Dahlia, you chose not to dwell on the past. To not see what could have been, to see what would have happened if the past was rewritten. But that's far from what you needed. You got so much time to not only love your friends previously, but to get to know, love, and cherish your new friends now. Making new memories with each and every one of them. And even through the hurt, the grief, the scars, you chose the path that you did. And that is what ultimately led you to being chosen by the gods to become a celestial beacon. You would not have been able to shine bright enough to cut through all of it and bring upon the sunrise if you did not undergo what you went through. Not only for Barovia, not only for your friends, past, present, and future, but for you. And so Dahlia sits among the stars. A moon twice as small yet twice as bright as Avrosa's main moon, to be a guide for others in the dark, to provide a watchful eye on her friends, and to be an ever-present source of comfort through the night. Esmeralda. Could you please make me a strength saving throw?
What?
Oh my god.
My worst stat? Okay. Natural 20!
There's no fucking way!
-1.
That's okay. Don't say that. Don't say that.
That's funny.
Esmeralda, you find yourself in the depths of a putrid green swamp. Rotten trees and hanging vines surround you as you trudge through knee-deep, sludge-like water. With grace and precision, you have already dodged 2 large, wriggling tentacle attacks as a tongue, long and spiky, from a frog-like monstrosity comes barreling towards you. Could you please describe to me how, on a natural 20, you dodge this attack?
I think I would jump up onto the tongue and 1 foot on the tongue bounce off, other wooden foot off the forehead of the creature and bounce back and do a backflip and land.
With a large splash, you can hear a voice ringing out behind you. Your carriage sits off to the side on what you could assume to be the road, or at least what once was. A good chunk of its wheels are lost in the muck as the bottom of the carriage almost rests in the water beneath. And you can see Rudolph and Ramses sitting casually on the roof overlooking your fight. Ramses has his head in Rudolph's lap as he pets the large saber-tooth as he calls out to you. A frog-hemoth is an amphibious predator as big as an elephant, but that's obvious. It lairs in swamps and has 4 tentacles, a thick rubbery hide, a fang-filled maw with a prehensile tongue, and extendable stalk sporting 3 bulbous eyes that face in different directions. But what, Esmeralda, is its weakness?
Throwing a bomb in its mouth?
You're more than welcome to try. See if it gets through that hide.
Well, if it swallows it!
Make me a history check, Esmeralda.
18.
With an 18, you remember in one of your old stories that you used to read, there was a small village using very, very basic magic to keep away terrorizing frog-hemoths. If any of the village guards were to spot one approaching, they would call upon individuals who were capable of these simple magics because no one was able of killing them, but they could scare them off. And this village would create the illusion of a thunderstorm and send the sounds of rolling thunder across the water, which would send the frog-hemoth scattering, as they are incredibly susceptible to lightning damage.
I almost fucking said that too. Well, that would be the fun way to do it, but I guess also lightning.
Go ahead, take it out then.
I cast lightning bolt.
What do you need from me, Esmeralda?
I'll dex save. 16.
It only got a 9.
Ha! Ooh, 10d6, baby.
Woo!
44 lightning damage.
Esmeralda, at the tail end of this fight, how do you take down this frog-hemoth?
Because I'm standing in water, I would jump up onto a nearby, I assume, short tree situation and cast the lightning bolt down at it.
Ooh, okay.
Aiming for the eyes first.
As the lightning plunges into it, it conducts all the way through its body, through its thick hide, and even down into the water surrounding it, as it is frozen, paralyzed in place before it starts to smoke, and in its paralyzed state, falls back into a ginormous splash into the swamp beneath. As Rudolph climbs down into the driver's bench of the carriage, he grabs the reins of the horse. Well done. Could have been quicker, but I know your prowess. says a lot about myself as a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
but know that it says more about you as a pupil and as a monster hunter. And for that, I am immeasurably proud of you, Esmeralda.
Thank you.
Should we harvest the stalks? The eyes might be useful.
Yeah, I suppose so. I hate this part.
You're gonna hate me even more next because I heard that frog-hemoth tongues make great shoe toys.
Okay, well then you can take that part.
It might make Ramses come around to you a little more.
Fine. Taking Rahadin's scimitar and trying to sever out the tongue.
Cutting through this giant monstrosity, smiles upon your faces, even in this disgusting, rancid swamp. Rudolph looks up to you, 2 eye stalks currently in his hand. Now, what do you know about fiends, Esmeralda?
I know that my friends could detect them.
We're not so lucky.
No.
We have to do it the hard way.
Yeah, no god assistance for us.
I thought you might assist me in writing my next book.
Oh? Writing it?
Writing credits, of course.
What is your plan for the next book?
Van Richten's Guide to Fiends, and how to kill them.
Well, alright. Should we find some more fiends?
I thought you'd never ask. Harvesting the final pieces from the frog-hemoth, loading them up into your carriage, Rudolph dives back into the driver's seat as Ramses climbs on top to avoid the muck beneath.
And I throw the tongue to Ramses.
2 large saber-toothed tiger paws wrapped around it to get a nice grip as he starts to stretch and chew through this large monstrosity of a tongue.
Disgusting.
As we slowly zoom out and see the cart trudging through the swamp. And with that, we move to Alizzato. Alizzato, you awaken in Aurelendil by the sound of rambunctious late teenagers fighting over the last pastry. A soft rain is coming to a close as the sunrise breaks through Ari's leaves. Today's the day. Brom and Bray are leaving for the city of Avrosa. With big dreams and even bigger hearts, all thanks to you. For you have spent the last 10 years raising these boys into warriors who know how to swing a sword, into beings who know how to respect the land, and into men whom their parents would be immeasurably proud of. Brom is currently 21, and Bray has just turned 19 but a week ago. Both of them have reveled in their were-raven abilities over the years, and they recently heard rumors that the Keepers of the Feather have shown up in the city of Avrosa. And they have decided to make the trek and expand their numbers in honor of their parents. You have parked Ari on the very edge of the valley, where our original 4 party members first experienced Barovia as they entered the mists. Though you're much more tucked into the forest, off the beaten path, almost indistinguishable from the surrounding trees, now lush and vibrant.
I guess Alizzato would just kind of be looking at the boys, sort of notion towards the sort of gate. Come a little closer. And as soon as they both get over his shoulder, he says, "The peach strudel is always mine. Give it to me."
There's only one left today, though.
Peach strudel is always mine.
Yeah, you're right.
And I take it. I bite in the center, and then I rip it in half, and I give it to the both of them.
They both take their pieces and look up at you with a smile on their face as they slowly bite down.
She didn't really get into too much detail from what Zielle said. This is it. Once you journey through here, the world becomes so much more. Everything you once knew
every belief that you once held. In this moment, this feeling is yours. And you cherish it. With the breeze on your face, with the ground by your feet, with the touch of everything around you that has led you here. And in so, this moment is small enough to fit within your heart.
They both begin to take in their surroundings, the morning air, the birds singing in the trees, as Brahm hikes up his bag and takes a deep breath. Did Auntie Zielle ever tell you of her home? What can we even expect there?
There are too many doors to open, not enough to knock over. But it is a place where all of the greatest and most profound people in my lives came from. And if their souls were warped and shaped into the fine specimens they became, then what else do you need to know?
Bray looks over and nudges his brother. I mean, if everyone's as cool as Auntie, I think we're in for all right time. It's gonna be a long trip, though. We haven't been really away from home. Are you gonna miss us? All right, Zeb.
I never once cared for children, let alone two little fucks such as yourselves. You were so annoying when you were little, always running around, screaming and hollering. It was like a needle piercing my eardrum. But then, one day you just looked at me with such a light, buried deep within. Deep within. You felt almost as if you weren't a vessel of flesh, but more of a fruit born of this tree. You became quite special to me, both of you. I cared for your mother and your father deeply. They were friends before Auntie Zielle and Theren and the moon all became a part of my life. So I am gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you with a heavy heart.
We're gonna miss you too. We're gonna miss Mom and Pa. And we want to thank you for caring for us for all these years. I feel we might not have had the future that we had as you're not taking us in. And for that, we are ever grateful. And there's one thing that we should finally tell you, and it's that RSM, we've been calling you that for so long. It stands for Red Smelly Man. It's the last thing Mama calls you, and we just ran with it, and it's... We know your name's Alizzato, but a nickname was a nickname, and we used it when you got annoying with us, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. That's all right. I'm not offended. I'll be all right. I can handle it.
They both come in to hug you at the same time, each taking one of your shoulders. As they hold tight, we'll pass along your knowledge, your wisdom from the Keepers of the Feather. We'll do you and Mama and Pa real proud.
Good. Very good. If you happen to see her along the way, Zielle, of course, just give her this. And I just give him a pile of leaves.
I think we got room in our packs for that.
Yeah, you better, because you're not fucking leaving here without that.
They both take a handful.
If you happen to see Mira around, she might be, I don't know, flying with the keepers. Whatever she's up to. Tell her the chateau is always open. Don't say that. Don't really say that. Just tell her she can visit anytime.
We had already talked about rewording everything that you told us to say to pretty much everybody that we ran into.
That's my That's my boys. Thank you, boys.
Thank you for everything, truly. It's a long hike. We should probably say goodbye.
It's not goodbye, it's good night.
Right. Good night, Ollie.
Good night, you two.
They both give you a cheeky little 2-finger salute as the brothers walk through the large gates and make their way on the road. And as you walk back into Aralendil, your home for the past 10 plus years, as the door shuts behind you, we slowly zoom out on the tree. As season after season passes in rapid succession, snow weighing down her branches, to rain battering against her trunk, to the blooming of spring flowers surrounding the base of the tree, to the beautiful summer sun basking through her lush leaves. But one thing remains constant throughout the season changes. The front door never opens again. Inside the tree in the center of the room, we spot a large pile of gorgeous, velvety moss, resting peacefully inside the hollow bark of Aralendil. Atop the pile of nature's tapestry lie 3 slips of paper, crude drawings of a time before. One forest elf, younger looking with long hair and a confident smile, underneath in Druidic reads Aliro. Another, a much different looking drow with a bald head, very large pointed ears, and a set of glasses over his eyes. A much sterner look on his face. Underneath in Druidic, you see Alizzato. And in the very center of this pile of moss, a drawing of a gruff, bearded-looking individual, donning a blanket of leaves, 2 different colored eyes, and that mess of red. Underneath in Druidic reads Alizzato. Reincarnation at rest. And with that, we move to Zielle.
No.
A few days have passed, Zielle. You took the time to travel by Irina's side back to the village of Barovia, where it all began. The village is a bit of a mess with Ismark being gone, but she takes you up to the door of their old manor. Back to business, I suppose. Maybe after I get all settled back in.
Yeah, maybe give yourself a second.
I feel I've been gone so long. I feel like I owe it to the people of Barovia to just jump back in. I feel like I've done so much harm just by merely existing.
No, it's not your fault.
I know. Circumstances of one's birth. Yada yada. But it could be my chance to make it up to them. Show them when happens when I do have a choice.
Yeah, you're better suited than I. I think I'll go try to do the same elsewhere.
You're really gonna leave Barovia?
How could I stay?
It's much different now. I know there's haunting memories of what transpired since you arrived within the mists, but champion might be needed here. If there's anything left to champion.
I hope there isn't.
Oh,
You can always send a letter to the Enchanted Hearth. Even if I don't stay there, I can leave an address for them or come back to check in.
as long as you'll write back.
Of course. And if you ever need, if you ever recover from the trauma of someone so evil being obsessed with you and if you ever have trouble with love, there's some really good people at the Church of Sunion of Rosa who can help.
It would be nice to find love in one lifetime without them being murdered immediately.
Well, you don't have to worry about that now.
Gods, I hope not.
Don't even say that.
Sorry. It's gonna take a few days for me to stop being so on edge, looking over my shoulder at every corner.
You're strong and you're beautiful and you're smart and you're determined. And in a couple weeks, you're gonna have a tan. So they're gonna be all over you.
I hope so, as long as I'm not riddled with busy work. With Father and now Eastmark gone, God's rest his soul. The village needs someone to look after them, and I intend to fill that role until I can prove myself and hopefully make this place shine a little brighter. You've already done that plenty with the sun, but hopefully I can get it back on track.
You can.
Can you follow me inside?
Yeah.
Just before you leave.
Okay.
She cranks open the door, guides you through the empty halls, up the stairs, to her old room. It was in this room, Zielle, that you swore an oath to protect me until the very end. And here we are. The end. Despite all odds, I'm back in my home. Safe. Alive. Strahd free. Because you ensured my well-being. And I just wanted to take you back here. As she reaches out for your hands. So I can say thank you.
I had a lot of help. You did plenty of work on your own, too. You were so brave.
I tried my best. Sometimes decisions aren't what I think they are. But it ultimately worked out in the end, and for that I am grateful, and I am in your debt. Whatever that may mean to you.
I wish you could come with me, but I understand why you can't.
Maybe someday.
I think we'd be a force to be reckoned with. It's probably best this way. We'd be too powerful together.
If the city of Avrosa has more boys like Tanis, count me in.
We will drive them all out. But I do expect a visit.
I can promise you that.
I'll be back too. I'm gonna go find Baron first. Just wrap things all up, you know?
Of course. Fully respect and understand your decision. It would be hard to stay. I'm sure it's hard to go. I'm sure neither decision feels right in its own right, but
When does it ever?
there's never a right choice in Barovia.
Gonna say that again. Let's hope somewhere else there is.
I know it. And I look forward to seeing what the world has to offer outside of this valley. And I am ever thankful that you will be my guide through it all.
Always.
All right, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. You have a road to hit and a home to see.
Yeah. I'll miss you. Yeah, I'll give her a hug.
She accepts your embrace enthusiastically. I miss you too.
Okay, I gotta go. I'm gonna cry. I don't wanna cry. I gotta go. I'll see you later. I'll see you later.
Bye, goodbye.
I'm out the door.
Zielle, as the door closes behind you to the Burgomaster's Manor, even though we won't be using these character sheets anymore, if you would like to, based on your portrayal of Zielle, you may change your paladin oath from Oathbreaker.
Back to Oath of Ancients?
In the end, you were victorious, you redeemed your oath with Irina, and like it or not, you did what you needed to do because you were devoted to her safety, acting as a guardian between her and the devil. You may choose whichever subclass you see fit.
Oath of the Ancients is too perfect. I think she just goes back to trying to preserve the light. Kindle the light.
And so she does. As we move to the dirt road Night has fallen as you are traveling back to Avrosa. It's a walk you can get through from sunup to sundown if you walk quick, but it is enough time to let everything that happened truly sink in. Walking this road all by your lonesome with nothing but the sun overhead and your thoughts for hours. You've experienced a lifetime in the short time frame that you've been gone, while everyone else back home has just been living out their normal, everyday lives. It almost doesn't seem fair. But arriving at the edge of the city, after nightfall, you enter into the quiet cobblestone streets and make for one location as you approach the Church of Suni. Sneaking into the Church of Suni, what specifically are you grabbing from your room at the church?
Good question. I think that Zielle goes there first because that was the last home she knew, but it doesn't feel right. The last time she saw Suni, she was technically fighting against her. Nor does she really want to tell anyone anything about where she's been right at this moment. So, and she definitely doesn't grab everything. She does grab a couple pieces of jewelry, a journal which she badly needs to write some entries in, and she doesn't have a lot of not red in her wardrobe, as it was Suni's color, and so they chose to wear it often, but the clothes she brings with her are not red, more neutral colors. Not ugly or boring, but just not as ostentatious as red.
And given that you are not staying in your room at the Church of Suni, where are you off to for the night?
I know that Gar will be there, but he probably won't press me. I guess I'll go to the Enchanted Hearth, which is the place I know next best in Avrosa.
It's only a few minute walk down the street, using every last bit of energy that you have from your day's walk to get there. And as you approach, you find the door to be locked, though you have a key from Osria. And unlocking the door, pushing it open, the Enchanted Hearth is quiet and dark. Not a soul is stirring at this hour, which is odd, because Gar would usually stay back for a few drinks after his shift. But you do see a fire is slowly dying out in the massive hearth as it warms this lounge area.
Is it still the same chair next to the fire?
Of course it is.
I think rather than go up and try to get a room, I'll just curl up in Tanis's chair by the dying embers.
The plush, large, high-back chair has seen better days.
Always had.
There's cigarette burns still staining through the fabric.
Of course.
You can almost see the discoloration of the wood on the coffee table in front of you where Tanis would kick his boots up.
So rude.
And with the now 2 moons of Avrosa gazing down upon you through the windows, you slowly drift off to sleep. Your first night alone in what feels like an eternity. No Alizzato snoring by a campfire in the woods.
My white noise.
No Dahlia and Ez sleepovers in your room. No Theren to share your bed with. Just you, a dying fire, and a chair that still reeks of cigarette smoke.
That's home.
A few hours into your sleep, you're awoken by a change of color. A dark red is trying to burn through your closed eyelids, and the warmth of the fire before you has returned slightly. And waking, you see the large blood moon outside the inn's window, in place of the main moon of Avrosa. And a man sat by the fire, as he stabs at a log, sparking it even further. His long white hair draped over commoner's clothes, as his face is warmly lit by the flames. a bit of a shrunken down version, nowhere near towering over his 7-foot stature that you saw while he sat atop his throne, atop the Black Lake. Only 2 arms instead of 3. No staff, no wings.
Is that a new trick?
One that you helped me with.
Ah. I suppose you would have used it before if you could have.
Sarthana.
What?
My family name. Sarthana.
Okay.
I always found it odd that gods seemingly drop their family names when they ascend. Most are only referred to by their first names. I guess I was a different story, but still.
I suppose I wouldn't mind dropping my last name. It belongs to a family I'm not a part of anymore, but is that why you're here?
No. I just thought it might be good for you to get to know me a little more. Now that my mortal form is free from the mist, I thought it might be nice to wander this realm here and there. Stretch my legs a bit while I get used to this godhood thing a little more.
Is that allowed? Do gods just do that all the time?
I've done a lot of things that the gods don't agree with. Whether they think I'm dumb for doing so is their choice, but no one stopped me.
Something about stubbornness has always been attractive to me. I don't know if what I have to do here will interest you much. I was going to find Baron.
I sent Baron back here. I thought he would stay here. At least until you resolve the mists, but it turns out that he is just as stubborn a buffoon as his brother.
Of course.
When I tapped back in to check on him, he was gone, but he can't be far. Though where he went, I'm unsure of right now.
How do you do it? How do you keep going when it feels like this? And she puts a hand over her heart.
Grief is something that I know all too well. I don't think it ever stops hurting. I think you slowly make amends with things that have passed. That things can't change. That you have to be the one to rewrite history going forward, and it's what you do with that grief, that trauma, that shows how strong one human can be. But I have met none stronger than you, Zielle.
Well, that's because I'm an elf.
My apologies. I watched you undergo hardship after hardship, death after death, and loss after loss, yet still, you came out stronger on the other end. What you specifically have been through could break the strongest of men, could shatter the most righteous of hopes. And yet you persevere. Because you accept the fact that you cannot change what has happened. You can only use it as a lesson to grow and overcome. This entire journey has taught you that. You and your friends are the living embodiment of that. And that is why I admire you so.
I don't know any other way except to keep going. And I suppose you did help me get here. So I could allow you to travel with me while I complete some things. Perhaps. You can't be the most annoying man I've traveled with.
I like to think not. I have met both of your previous acquaintances. And on the plus side, I know of Rosa like the back of my hand. And he holds up what would be his third arm, but he almost shakes himself. I'm gonna have to get used to that. I would not mind traveling by your side if you will it. I do know a good spot just outside the city. Serene, beautiful. Do you need some time to rest, clear your head? Or if you're looking to track down Baron, perhaps just a traveling partner for the time being. I don't know how long I can stay. I don't know how long I can keep this up. But anytime I can, I would like to spend it by your side.
Well, there is one thing. One condition.
Do tell.
If we are still bound to be together, then whenever the ceremony of such binding takes place, I do require that some specific people are there. And I don't know how easy it will be to get all of them there, but they need to be there.
I'm going to say yes to this regardless. I don't know what lengths I will have to go to. I don't know what hoops I will have to jump through. But you have my word, and a deal is a deal.
I'll put my pinky up.
I haven't done this before.
Here, and she'll grab his hand with her other hand and mold it into the pinky out and the rest of the fingers down, and then it's a promise. You can't break them.
Okay.
What do you mean? You never did this when you were a human?
No, we just went by our word. I've never had a physical representation of a promise before.
This is it. I mean, this is it also, and she holds up her ring finger, but this is it. This is the next most serious promise.
Noted. I fear I have been gone for far too long. Both on this mortal realm, but just away from civilization, from people. I think there's a lot I need to get caught up on.
Yeah, apparently, because you just promised to get the moon at my wedding, so...
Excuse me?
Well, the second moon.
That might be easier.
Well, I mean, if the first wants to come, I imagine she'd give a very nice gift and be very beautiful, but the second moon is more important to me.
So Lune is very hard to talk to.
Oh, right. That's just straight up another god. This is weird. I'm gonna have to get used to that, too, I guess.
I think there's a lot of things that we can teach each other. If you don't mind spending some time with me.
Yeah, you do need some help fighting. I saw that against Suni.
Hey, do I know how to pick them or what?
I guess so.
Just know that I know a deal is a deal. But that doesn't mean we have to hate each other for all eternity. I know there is still much more of you here on Avrosa, and I can't deny the world a true hero such as yourself. You helped me gain my own freedom, like I helped you with yours. And for that, I wish for you to live your life to the fullest on this mortal realm. But just know that if the grief ever becomes too much to bear, or if you're just ready regardless, I am always here and ready for your ascension.
I'd like to see you try to hate me for eternity. You'd be the first. I don't think even Strahd could. He was a little bit obsessed.
Don't I know it? That was his downfall after all. I wouldn't mind being obsessed with a beautiful woman.
Did you not learn anything from this tale?
No, I guess not. Maybe not hide my body in a temple and then accidentally send it to a domain of dread, but...
Wait, what? Your body was where?
We do have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I have some work to do here first, but I appreciate it. I guess I didn't expect anyone to be so understanding after everything, let alone a god.
You picked the right one to vent to.
This time.
I apologize, I did not mean to wake you. Get some rest. You deserve it after all of this. I'll find you tomorrow.
All right, then. Good night.
Good night. And in the blink of an eye, Kate has vanished. The moon has returned to its bright white, and the fire in the hearth slowly begins to dim once more.
Maybe amongst the feeling of being lost there's a little glimmer there of, I guess, something I didn't anticipate.
As you drift back off to sleep, closing your eyes once more in Tanis's chair. In the inn that started this whole thing, as embers float through the air, filling the tavern with one last bout of warmth, until that fire slowly goes out, before it cuts completely. To most, a story is merely words on a page. A book they pick up with a set in stone start, middle, and end. But you all got to create your own adventure. You all got to live your own story. Everything you did shaped the campaign and the world of Barovia around you. Every quest molded you into the characters that you see before you. Every emotion was felt in the deepest depths of our hearts as you all truly embodied these characters. And despite Strahd's words, the Sunbringers will be remembered. Not just by the people of Barovia, not just by the people of Avrosa, but by every single person who listened to the tale that you all wove together. A story over 2 years in the making, filled to the brim with action, romance, tension, horror, struggle, death, grief, and ultimately, victory. But like all good stories, they all come with an end. A goodbye to not only the setting we've grown to love, but also a farewell to the cast of characters we've so closely connected with along their journey. To some, we said goodbye too soon. To the rest, we don't want to say goodbye at all. But these characters deserve their rest after the hells that they have been through. One final goodbye to Avrosa, to Barovia, and to the Sunbringers.
Not goodbye. This is good night.
And for Nocturne, that's a wrap.
Oh, stop! No, it's not. Take it back.
We have to do the wedding. Go back.
Thank you all for joining us on this incredible adventure, for supporting Cast Party and its ever-growing cast of wonderful individuals, and thank you all, the cast, for joining me on one of the greatest adventures that I will ever be a part of. I want to thank you for trusting me to guide you through this domain of dread. I want to thank you all for your talent, your hard work, and your dedication that you put into these characters, these sessions, everything. And I want to thank you for being my friend.
Best friends.
No! Ryan.
Damn right.
You made this story so magical and spectacular. You are so talented and incredible, and we are all so lucky to be working with you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being our friend, Ryan.
Yeah.
You were such a cunty, Strahd.
You were. You
That's
were.
all I needed to hear.
I hated that guy. I fucking hated him.
That's all I needed to hear. All right, y'all. Come back in 2 weeks for our campaign wrap-up yap. Our campaign yap-up.
I was going to say it.
That's good. That's good.
Following bad puns and rhymes. That's right.
If you would like, please head on over to the Discord, where we will be taking listener questions for the story, for every single character, everything in between. And after that, we'll be dropping the trailer for our next adventure, so you can see what the hells we have been up to in the meantime. Would love for my cast to join me in one final goodbye, not just to the listeners, but to our story and the Sunbringer.
You can't make me.
You can't say no.
You can't make
You
me.
have to. I can't do
I
that.
thought this was about choice. I earned this.
I can't do this alone.
Oh my gosh.
Goodbye, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night and good Nocturne.
Gray sky above us, old earth below. All around us, little people watching. No one knows, no sun to speak of. Cold words of hate, but you can't hate the sinner if he keeps his hell behind your gate. Hope grows from nothing, new faces appear, dressed up in the rotten riches, cards and witches, fate and fear. I know I'm good for something, I just don't know it yet. All I know is I see soulless people wishing they were next, and they sing, bring me the sun, bring me the sun, bringer. Bring me the sun, bring me the daylight. Bring me the sun, bring me the sun, bringer. Devils keep us up at night. Bring me the sun, bring me the sun, bringer. Bring me the sun, bring me the daylight. Bring me the sun, bring me the sun, bringer. Someday someone's got to fight. Walk through the village like you're sent here by God. Lives lived on repeat, time and again you beat the odds. Brother to brother to brother, looking for love or life or death. Who knows, but death is without a shadow here, healing and hurting everywhere she goes. Wolves stalk the forest, evil stalks the night. One red eye looks out over this world, looking for love he'll never find. And it's all up to me now, me and my newfound friends. We all know just what the cost would be if this evil never ends. So we sing, bring me the sun, bring me the sun, bringer. Bring me the sun, bring me the daylight. Bring me the sun, bring me the sun, bringer. Who's to say what's wrong from right? Bring me the sun, bring me the sun, bringer. Bring me the sun, bring me the daylight. Bring me the sun, bring me the sun, bringer. Love is always worth the fight. Bring me the sun, bring me the sun, bring me the sun, bring me the sun, bringer. Bring me the sun, bring me the sun, bring me the sun, bring me the sun, bringer. Old stone and candles, blood still runs red. If a heart beats, it can be beaten. Don't let up until he's dead. Friends' hearts are still now. Look back at all we've lost. If you can't finish what you started here, then none of this was worth the cost. Your heart is thundering, beating at your chest. Will you falter before this altar to this monster?